sweet German. A lot of the.
Oh, look, the cow's mouth moves now.
Yeah.
Oh, the human aeroplane.
Who gets a cameo in?
Seriously,
Tom
would have
Jones
made him.
movies, yeah.
It's so easy to make him not white. Just
Yeah.
like a,
Yeah.
maybe he is. Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, maybe he is like Nepalese or something.
You know what? He is.
Hooray! I was going to say actually as well. I think Bob the Blob is gay, or sort of, like I think I decided in my head one of the superheroes was gay. Just doesn't mention it, you know. 'Cause why would you? So there's a bit of invisible diversity in there. Right.
It's another whole screen that does literally nothing of use.
Yeah.
Well, that's nicer. That's what we've done there. Welcome superheroes.
Yes, that's
new.
Yeah, that's new. And then obviously all the
Cameras and
Chaz at the front. Now we're not going to bother doing the shop. Are we?
Yeah, it is. Shop.
Okay. Then what do I do then?
That I've been looking forward to for ages.
I'm gonna
So
go
basically, all this
really
dialogue
quick
is just
then.
like, and there's a bit where he says the same thing 3 times in a row to make you think that he's definitely not going to go. I can't go through that. That's it. I can't get through there. I can't get that's okay. That's it. Man, that's a lot more dialogue than I thought. There's a little joke in there about gamer entitlement. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
How far ahead of his time was that?
Now, we were actually going to have the shop, weren't we? This is legitimate.
There was going to be a shop. There was going to be a shop, but the graphics weren't done for the shop. So all this is fake.
Yes.
It was going to be in there, but it was cut before any graphics were done. So
Yeah.
So like all this is obviously bollocks, but
This is
inappropriate joke. This is amazing.
Yeah, so there was going to be all the items in the all the items in the shop that you could pick up and they're completely useless. Did you say that?
No, I forgot about that. Yeah, there was going to be loads of stuff. I think that's probably why it got cut, because it was just going to be far too much like hard work.
It was all Yang merchandise, wasn't it?
Yes, it was all
crappy.
related to the yang and yin and yang and stuff.
Yeah. There's the dinosaur from before. That's a giant skeleton of a disabled person, isn't it?
I think so. I can't tell from here. I love this animation as well.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
But that ticket, that took a while to. This whole getting things looking nice inside it.
Oh, bless him.
Does the tree has a very similar death face, doesn't it? In Time Gentlemen Please.
Yeah. Might be on purpose. I'm not sure.
Let's say it was. Ooh, hello. This lady here is definitely satire, and is a cameo from an unfinished AGS game. Again, by the Project Zomboid guys, Lemmy and Vinky, and who also worked with Young Vibers, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that is a cameo of a character in that who got a bit of. They only released a couple of scenes, and she is like a ridiculously busty, sexy lady in a nurse's outfit, and they got some like pushback on the AGS forums about how it was like awfully, awful misogynistic and stuff, and so this is kind of like satire on that basically. Is that in this, if like Dan is whichever one of the
whichever one's in the brown coat. I can't remember.
but I think when you start talking to it, it's like they suddenly get all like awful and sleazy and this is why she says this once we leave. It's because hopefully, hopefully you've gone through all the dialogue, and that is kind of like, yes, we are being wankers here, but we know. Oh yeah, because she's got a badge on her chest saying "Ask me about the forbidden element," and this
Might be forgotten element.
forgotten element. And Ben says, "I can't ask about that. I don't want her to think I've been looking at her tits." All this music's great. Like, original and special edition
Yeah.
music's all really good. That's RKO Pictures,
It is, isn't it?
as also referenced in Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I don't know if you've ever seen.
This is them announcing their plot, really, isn't it? It's,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's getting I love that sound effects. It's
Yeah.
just always funny. No one ever knew you could pick up those.
People didn't realise that this was a tableau, not a painting. Even
Yeah.
though, if you look at stuff, they do specifically reference it and say, oh, you know, I can't.
I think that's the trouble with
that
adventure
one,
games. Is no one spends any time actually looking at stuff and reading around the puzzle.
Yeah. But then you did, I think, when there was a special edition, you asked me, or you tweeted or whatever, what are things that people get stuck on? And one of the things was, I tweeted back or emailed back and said, people don't realise that, so you put that in. Then, you're like 0 subtlety, you're like, fine.
People are going to be idiots. I'm going to treat them like idiots.
But, I guess, in a way, it's like if that sticks people and it's not really fair, that's not something we want them to get stuck on.
No, true.
So, I don't know how else you achieve that really. But I mean, there was already a line in there saying, but what he's holding,
Yeah.
or something like that. But
A lot of people are like, how do I get it? How do I get it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You pick it up. Like
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. But I don't mind that. It's not like it's even a puzzle, is it really? So it's not like we're ruining a puzzle then. Right, so don't need to talk to any of these people.
You need to get the rock.
Do not. But I do like all of the stuff in this room. Like there's some really good dialogue and text and descriptions and stuff. Like this.
You can tell like all the stuff that we wrote, which all the stuff that you when we wrote the game, all the stuff that you have to read, all the stuff that you have to plot stuff went in first, right? So like all the stuff that when you pick up all the necessary adventure items, when you go into all the rooms, that was the stuff that got done first.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like kind of filler, right? Everything else is kind of like superfluous stuff just got done afterwards. So like, and you can kind of tell sometimes because like some of the stuff, all the really hit jokes,
Yeah.
stuff that you can't not see.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'd write a joke and think that's really good. I should save that. I should put that in somewhere where people are definitely going to see it, rather than waste it on what happens if you use the hand on like this random pile of books.
Yeah. And also, because although actually I am going to quickly go and try and use the Bible with the cavemen, because I think I put like a nice little anti-religious screed in here. Telling some fake cavemen about fictitious future events must be one of the most pointless things one could do ever. I like that line of dialogue.